Hello, Augies Worldwide. I'm Dave Casler, amateur radio call sign KE0OG, here with another episode of Ask Dave. Today we're going to talk about solar panels and about keeping your solar panels from interfering with your ham radio. This is from Mark Allen, KK6AFD. I'm assuming that's a California call. He says, I'm about to have an 11 kilowatt N-phase, which I guess is a brand name, solar system installed, which uses multiple microinverters, one per panel. You mentioned in your QST article, that's in the Ask Dave article in QST, which I write, that ferrite beads should be installed on the output cables from each panel. These cables are often pre-made with the end connections already attached, which would present a problem fitting some ferrite beads. Would you be able to suggest suitable ferrite beads? Part number would be great, if possible, to add to these pre-made cables so that I can ask the installers to fix these when they put up the panels and microinverters. A related question, N-phase uses the same microinverters in parallel to generate AC from batteries. Should the cables from the batteries to the grid also have large ferrite beads installed to reduce RF noise? Ferrite beads are interesting. One of the large gaps in my knowledge, one of many large gaps, is really understanding ferrite cores, ferrite materials, what they do, what the best type of thing is, how to calculate the inductance that they create, and so on. I've never found a good source for that. The ones that I've seen are, well, I like these ferrite beads, or these ferrites, okay, without explaining why. Or something heavily technical that gets into Maxwell's equations and so on about magnetics. I want to show you these. These are from Amazon, ferrite beads that close around something, and then there's a clip right here that you can clip together and hold that, and see, you can put that around a fairly large cable. And these aren't terribly expensive. It's the kind of grayish thing in here, and this is done so that the edges of these touch to keep the maximum possible magnetic field. If you need to remove them, you can just lift up on this outside bar and it will open. Now, I don't know how your panels are set up, whether they have one or two outlets, but I'd go ahead and put this on the output of that panel and you can just get around the cable. And if the cable is thin enough, wrap it back on itself so it makes two tours of the inside of this bead. These are available on Amazon. They come in all different sizes, and I have two, which I save for testing on these things. That is what I'd suggest you do. Go on Amazon, get a bunch of them, just put them around, all wires in and all wires out of the solar panel, okay? You can do this there's a main wire that's going to go from the solar panels. I think you said 11 kilowatts. Yeah, that's a lot. Okay, 11 kilowatts is going to be a pretty high voltage. I don't know how they're going to series parallel these things so that they work, because 11 kilowatts takes some pretty heavy wiring to move that amount of stuff around. Usually what they do when they have that much, they'll wire the panels in series and then run it up to like 600 or 800 volts and then transport that. That doesn't need anywhere near the heavy wires. But if each panel has its own microinverter, yes, you could get some problems from that. So there you go. A thought about it, something that you can do. Talk to your solar installer, see if they have any problems with that. You can try some experiments if you have just one panel, turning it on into a load. It has to be into a load. Put the bead on, take the bead off, and see if the noise in your radio changes. Okay, that's a great way to do that. Now, of course, in the evening, your solar panels are going to kind of shut down. And so that should make much of the noise go away, except for the inverter. That will, your main inverter, I don't know if you're going to Batteries, okay. I'm not sure whether you're putting in a standalone system which will have its own batteries, or just a utility augmentation system that doesn't have batteries, but you lower your electric bill quite a bit by feeding energy back into the grid. If the grid goes down, your system shuts offline. Okay, so Mark, good luck with that, and let me know how it comes out. For those who have watched this far, if you would like to help support this channel, I encourage becoming a member. There, through YouTube, there's a little join button there. And if you do that and become a member, we put all our videos up. You know, we make a bunch of videos at once. We put them all up at the same time. And then we have the release dates staggered. But members get to see all the videos as soon as they're released. Okay, so if you're a member, which you can do for $2, $5, or $10 a month, up to you which one. All three have the early preview privilege, and it helps keep the channel going, helps keep everything copacetic. And until we next meet, 73.